Hello and welcome to 709 Meridian, an audio commentary podcast streamy thing. My name's Andrew.
And I am D.
And we are wrapping up our surprise finale to our Summer of Duologies. We're wrapping up the Blacula duet with Scream Blacula Scream from 1973. Of course, last episode I kept referring to Blacula as being a 1973 release. It, of course, was not. It was a 1972 release, which I knew because it was the 50th anniversary. But anyway, Scream Blacula Scream, it's not the 50th anniversary. It's the 49th or something. So, yep, this one sort of a rush sequel. Different director, same writers. William Marshall's back, and nobody else is back. So,
no, this one's actually a little more prestige. You got some faces, some familiar faces and names.
Familiar faces and names in this one. Yeah, it was a shock that they didn't do a third one after I saw this. But we will get going on that, and then after the episode, we will announce the next season's subject. Though, if you listened to last episode, I bet you guessed. So.
They just cut us off right after the movie's over.
Except we did the intro, so.
There we go, yeah. We psyched them out. We psyched them!
All right, so, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, here we go. Leo,
the I don't know who, if American International, I'm not going to check right now. Did they release stuff through anybody, or were they big enough to release stuff on their own?
I think they had their own, and then MGM took them up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Samuel Arkoff.
Yep. They bought all that up.
Because they needed the money. Like, these movies saved MGM, some of them.
So this was not a hit. It was not as well received as the first one. And so that's probably why there wasn't another one.
Here we have Richard Lawson and Pam Grier. Very familiar faces.
Richard Lawson's character's name is Big Willis. He is freaking awesome. He's amazing.
Yes.
Yes. So it's got a poltergeist connection. There's another connection that's going to be in here. And then if we can spot him, supposedly Craig T. Nelson's in a cop somewhere.
Wow. We already have conflict.
Oh, yeah. Movies don't just have enough assholes in them. Like,
no. Big Willis is going off for a reason here. At a funeral.
His mother's funeral. At his mother's
just
funeral.
Passed on. Just literally.
You got to look around where she lives. Because when we see his house in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking Larry Fishburne his mom, basically. Like.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Of course, Richard Lawson has the tightest perm ever in the 70s.
So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically, Ebert didn't like this one,
Huh.
and he complained about the lighting. So keep an eye out for that because it sort
Huh.
of reveals early 70s Ebert. Siskel did really like it. He thought it was a really scary vampire movie and like was all about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, there's one of the ones where, but yeah, we'll do the credits in a second here. The credits are not as exciting as the first one, though they got the same person.
Huh. Oh my God.
Yep.
Fake old dude. They got the Sanford and Son.
It's like a cross between Sanford and Son, Wizard of Oz, and like the guy, the hermit in a Halloween movie.
Yeah. He should live by the water somewhere.
But yeah, Richard Lawson's not taking this sitting down. He's got a plan.
No. Uh-huh. With the fakest beard and mustache and
Mm.
hair.
He walks out and he takes them off. It's the setup for Blacula 3.
Right? Huh. So the setup here is very different than the original.
Oh yeah, and I mean it is just a straight separate Blacula adventure. There's no tie
Yeah,
to the first one. You didn't have to see the first one. Like
exactly.
we're gonna get the
Honestly,
flashback.
when I was younger, I used to get this mixed up with the original. Like I remember scenes and kind of they melded.
Right. But yeah, so there's presumably Blacula's bones. I don't even think he gets called Mama Walde in this.
No,
I don't think so. Um,
nice filtered shot.
Maybe. Yes. Okay, so this is Richard Lawson's house. This is his fucking mansion that he
His
left his
Beverly Hills
mom.
mansion.
Yeah, he left his mom in her little
In a
fucking
shack
apartment.
somewhere.
Yeah, like
But then
okay, the
again,
bird was
that's
alive.
that's where you assume voodoo priests live. They
And their
don't.
sons just live in
Yeah,
mansions. Yeah.
but it's to show also that he's a fucking asshole. He's a jerk. He's just reaping the benefits from this mysticism.
Actually, I just realized that's not what it is, but we don't know that yet.
Uh,
Okay. I just remembered what it actually is, but we don't know anything about that yet. And what it is raises other questions. But also, voodoo, uh, tying into Weekend at Bernie's too, of course.
there we go. And here, Blackula does not get up and dance
No,
whatever music is
no,
played.
he does
Although
not.
that would be kind of
That
badass.
would be pretty cool.
And it's already moody. It's really cool how they got this.
Mhm. It's the
These
Bob
Blackula movies
Keljan. Yeah.
were
I
not, you know, they actually did these with care.
yeah. I mean, this is super fucking moody, man. Like the first one looked like a TV show. Like this
Oh yeah,
one has got all the depth going. So it's just like it's kind of one of those Ebert reviews where you're like, are you really saying you wanted movies to look like TV forever, dude? And it's like, no, it
right.
wasn't. But So this is another thing where we don't know if he knows what he's supposed to be doing. So is it going well or is it going bad? Does he
Right.
know? Oh,
Oh no.
yep.
There's a disturbance within the force.
Now, her dude could very easily be the guy from the first one.
Right. That could have still have been Thalamus
Yeah,
Rasalala.
because the guy's going to end up being an ex cop, and we'll get into all that in a bit. But oh shit, and his partner's fucking awesome. It's William Conrad from Hill Street Blues. It's fucking great. Like, well, this was Michael Medved did a thing where he's like, "This is the worst black exploitation movie ever made," and I was like, "Should we
Oh,
be
then
asking what
must
Michael Medved thinks of
he
black
must have never
exploitation?"
seen JD's Revenge or Super Soul Brother.
All right,
Although
so
JD's Revenge was a little better.
didn't work out. Of course, he has no idea what he's expecting. Like,
Right. Now, Blackula was not staked in the original film, so
nope, he died in the sun.
he
So,
died in
in
the sun. So
theory,
this is a completely different type of resurrection for a
yep.
vampire. It's a Coors and not a Colt.
I think they might have been
45.
drinking Coors in the first one. I can't remember.
Uh,
Oh, what's this we see?
hey now.
Okay, so he has brought Blackula back to be his agent of destruction, right? Like he summoned
Yeah.
Mama Walde. Uh, guess what?
Right.
It's not how this is going to work.
Things about to change around here. What if he thought that was a woman with the perm hair? He only
Well,
sees it from the back.
we actually get the scenes of Mama Walde experiencing 1970s LA in this one, or whatever town they're in. So it's like
Uh-oh.
I think they had more money, and so they did more, which makes you just think, well,
They
what if they
paid
had
their
even more
extras.
money? Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yep. No fucking around. We're going straight to horror makeup. And it's going to be a horror villain performance from William Marshall. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yep.
So he's full on
He's
Blackula.
he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's not sympathetic. We're not.
No. And that's why I always got this mixed up with the first one, because I forgot that he was like real sympathetic initially.
Yeah. That it was like a practically a fucking mummy movie with, finding your reincarnated love or whatever. Like,
Right. Wow, he even has a curl in the front.
mm,
I'm back. Did you miss me?
pretty close. Pretty close.
Hey.
Instead, we're going to get this very 70s sequence.
This is Blackula, the TV show intro.
Mm-hmm. Different composer this time, too.
It's got Knight Rider font.
Mm-hmm. It's too bad they don't have all the people's faces if they're just going to do it.
Right? Yeah. So this must be a little before, I want to say, Pam Grier blew up.
Yeah.
Introducing
because
Richard
like
Lawson.
73, 74. I mean, this would have been simultaneous. It got me really curious. Like, I bet that's a
Yeah,
really fucking interesting like rise
because I'm
there.
thinking Coffee might have been out by now.
At least one thing was, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Coffee because she was doing like shit like the Big Bird Cage and uh, Black Mama, White Mama. All that came early on. I
Yeah.
think.
I feel like Black Mama, White Mama might have been 71.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a 70s sequel. They didn't know how to do sequels, right? Like they didn't know how to do this yet. So they were
Well, right, because this and Superfly TNT, which was garbage.
all right. So we're back in the house an indeterminate amount of time later. Mama Walde's once again drinking wine.
Here we go.
After not doing mirrors in the first one, we're about to do a whole bit.
Yeah. At that suit. Mm. Oh yeah, I've got to see myself. Whoops. Oh. Oh. Right? Got to see your face. Wow.
Yep, he's that fucking whitey. He's just
Hell yeah, bitch
such a
ass
good
vampire.
villain. He's so good.
Blackula's like, man, I should have just wasted your
That suit is
no.
amazing. I did not appreciate that enough the first time. Like that's
Well, what's cool is you can actually see the detail in it now. You know,
yeah. Oh, that would have been
back on shitty
noise
TVs,
on
it was
TV.
just
It would have just been
yeah,
noise. Yeah,
lines like the mayor's suit in Jaws. Like I didn't know
right.
that shit had anchors
Yeah,
till
right. So we're talking over it, but basically, Richard Lawson wants to go to a party at this guy's house who just got back from Africa, and he's got a lot of artifacts,
Mhm.
and he's telling Mama Walde that he's going to go, but and we're establishing Richard Lawson as a girlfriend,
Yeah.
except he can't go anywhere without Mama Walde's permission
That's
now.
right.
Because after the first movie, which had nothing about Mama Walde building his army of the undead, that's what this movie's about.
Yeah. Well, they allude to it. They just
They
don't.
allude to it, they just never show it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that was all likely cut footage.
I think what it is that we'll see it in a bit when he goes out on the town. It's like some of the scenes in this belonged in the first one.
Yeah. It was leftovers.
But there's the unfortunate thing of this one is that most of the exterior shots at night are going to be day for night shots, and they're bad. At least the first one got them outside. But yeah, look at the light. Like this is what Ebert was complaining about. Like,
That's actually good.
right? I'm just
Like
like,
Forrest Whitaker said when he filmed Waiting to Exhale that he got the best light. Oh, here we go. Flashback to the first one, but he got the best light from candlelight.
yeah,
He said there's a certain way you have to film black folks or light light them in a scene. You can't have it too dark.
I mean, even in the flashback footage, you can see the difference in the fucking
Yeah.
like.
It looks like Night Gallery.
Right, like.
Blacula.
Yep, there we go.
Of course, Vanetta McGee.
Will not be
Uncredited.
returning. Yes.
Right.
There's one of these shots. All of them are like this. It's so
Yeah, look at
sad. It's so
Yeah.
sad.
The
I'm just like,
filter over
oh,
it.
ooh, guys, I'm sorry. I guess you
Looks like
can't
a
always
50s
escape
show.
the 70s.
It's supposed to be late at night.
Oh yeah, there you go. Fucking
It looks like
okay.
sunset.
So
The sun
the
is
first
reflected off the
movie,
car.
the first movie barely talked about race. This one is gonna talk about it, and it's got some observations like this couple.
Wow.
It's unclear that she's not his girlfriend at this point, too. Like, I think they're going to talk about it. So he's house sitting. Willis is house sitting for somebody who we never meet. He brings back Mama Walde, who takes over the house. And now these are his friends come to take him to the party. Though he was going to the party on his own earlier, so they weren't communicating well.
No.
And so I think during last episode, I mentioned that Bob Kaljan directed the Count Yorga movies. I haven't seen the second one, but the first one is a pretty clear.
Kind of looks like the Fright Night set.
Yep. The fucking table and chairs there, or the chair and sofa look like the old ones at the fucking Evanston Theater in my youth. But yeah, so Bob Kaljan, Count Yorga, the first one, it all takes place around a single house. Like it's like a direct Dracula adaptation in a lot of ways. But this is going to take place all around this house, only with more money. So it's going to be a nice, like, familiar set that we get to know throughout the movie. Like,
and that's where the cost cutting came in.
Yeah, well, that and not filming at night.
Yeah. Note anything on the windows has curtains.
Oh yeah. But they got somebody who knows how to film it as opposed to the poor first one with the fake daylight.
Yeah.
But also the cast is a lot bigger in this. Like the first one had, 6, 7 speaking roles. This one's going to have lots and lots of people and lots of sequences. Like it's much more like this is much more of a horror movie, like right? Like we're waiting to see what's going to happen to these two.
Yeah. Building that tension. Because in the first one, he was balls to the wall. He just
very monster movie end to it with him fighting the cops in the factory or whatever. And like it was cool, but it was a very monster movie thing. It wasn't horror suspense.
The one thing they didn't do, they didn't release Dobermans on them. That's how Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde got took down. That's how Blacula got Blackenstein got took down. Oh,
yep. So we still got some of the like monster movie stuff, but it is like
he's even more like
he's beating the shit out of him. Like
he's more savage here, and they put more makeup on him too. It looks like.
And there's no explanation of like this acceleration from the first one. I think actually they might talk about his mental state, like he talks about himself later, but
Mm,
we don't, it doesn't tie into the first one. It's not like, you
yeah,
know,
there's no real
it's not Bruce
no
Wayne
point of
telling
reference other
Selena
than
about Vicky Vale, right? Like,
yeah,
okay, here she goes running up the stairs and
already looking like something from the Victorian era.
Scream Blacula Scream. There you go.
Good you.
And there,
Willis already got his
he
game
already
face.
changed. So he changed from that suit, is the other
Yeah.
thing. He got upset and he put on his casual clothes. They did not seem to have this planned out either. Like,
Willis should have been talking shit.
yeah,
Not going anywhere, girl.
I think he's still getting started with the whole vampire thing.
Mm-hmm.
He needs like positive reinforcement at some point, I think,
This
from
right here
Blackula.
is
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, we did not do bloody mouth in the first one. Okay, so she faints out and
Don't tell him to feed.
no verbal communication suggesting possible, like vampire
Even telepathy.
telekinesis.
Yeah.
And then just a lengthy blood sucking scene. Like it's just
And the way she's moving, somebody really likes it.
all right.
A
Party
real
time.
happening party.
It is going to be a happening party. It's got multiple floors.
Do, 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 do.
So wait, is it the cop's apartment? I think so.
And this actress, she's been in other stuff too. She looks familiar.
She is Big Willis's lady.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes no sense why Big Willis is hanging out with like these people. Like,
They just go to the other room when he's around.
right. Like it's just like,
They just don't want to be bothered with his ass.
but here's Mama Walde informing them of their bad African history.
Right.
It's unclear. Okay, that's right. Okay, so this is his old possession.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, does this have anything to do with the movie? No,
Absolutely nothing.
absolutely nothing.
The happy sounds. Okay.
Okay.
The Thalamus Rasulala stand-in here.
Yes, this is if Thalamus somehow came into a bunch of African antiquities and donated them to a museum. It's and dumped what's her face
Right.
after her sister died
Denise
because he's a
Nicholas,
piece
yeah.
he's an asshole.
She's in an asylum somewhere and he
Right?
just couldn't
Yeah.
take going to visit her.
He's just using her money to buy all that shit.
Right. Or they could have done like Dolomite too and just had him completely forget that he knew Blackula at all. Like the cop in Dolomite.
Or the Mad Max ones with the helicopter pilot.
The helicopter guy, yeah.
When you just don't give a shit about continuity.
Yeah, right.
My audience doesn't know what an actor is. It's fine.
Hey.
Yep. So this is actually a mysterious song too, but it's actually believable people might be listening to it in this one.
At a party, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then, hold on, wait for this fucking insert shot. I love it. Where is it? Uh-huh. Getting some looks.
Right.
Well, it's especially nice he's getting looks since he doesn't have the first movie's like super nice cape. This one is clearly a costume shop cape.
Yeah. It's probably a lot lighter.
Mm-hmm. Breathes more. But yeah, I mean, like he gets to be a seductive vampire in this one. He didn't get to do that in the first one.
No, okay. He's so love struck.
Oh, come on. Where was that shot?
And
so yeah,
up till this point, Pam Grier hasn't had much dialogue at all.
Nope. We know very little about her except her name. And we're 31 minutes into the movie, right? She could be his love interest for all we know.
Mm-hmm. Justin.
But okay, so think about how bold Mama Walde's being. He's going to this party of the guy of the people he's turned. Like he's
right, already
inserting himself in this social group.
Well, he's doing what a vamp would do. Infiltrating and uh-oh. Here comes trouble.
And so he must have gone out, found her to sit down and talk to her. Like this.
Right, he's in here. Come now, Lisa.
So we're never going to establish very much about voodoo in this, though. Like, even though we open with it, and even though it's going to play a big part in the end, it doesn't really have anything to do in between. It's just like a detail. It's like Pam Grier's Mormon or something, the way they're going to talk about it later on. Like,
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Scream Blacula Scream in 3D.
But we're going to establish she got a glimpse of him when he was resurrected, which is also not going to be a big deal. Okay, so we got some blood on the scene.
He can't contain himself here.
Nope.
He's trying to keep his composure, keep his cool.
Time to head out.
All right. Keep the reefer, brother.
So also Mama Walde was not invited in on screen, so we're not Blackula's once again not fucking around with vampires need to be invited in.
No. Well, you could also attribute it to he's been brought back by voodoo.
Right.
There may be some kind of
yeah, he might be super vampire. Okay,
there
there
could
you
be
go.
some alterations.
The old white people sitting around, just the long shot of it. Like,
jeez, look at this porno house. What the fuck?
Hey, look what he does
porno
here.
mansion.
Like, he's just a bad guy. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah, he got thirsty. Oh wow.
But yeah, I mean, we've got like POV shots here. Like,
And there's really no need for it because we know it's him.
it's just to build the suspense of what he's going to be doing.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I don't think, yeah, it's unclear how long he hides out in the house. What year was the Jekyll and Hyde one?
Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde?
Yeah.
It might have been around here, a little later.
Okay.
Bernie Casey, it might have been, I don't know, 73, 74.
Because something said that this ripped off The Exorcist, but like scenes like this are not ripping off The Exorcist, right? Like,
No.
so.
And then Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, I don't think there was any POVs.
Okay.
And he literally went out as the monster. Like, he goes to the bar as a monster.
Oh, shit. This is awesome. Okay. I've never seen this before.
Oh. He won't be seen in the mirror.
He won't be seen in the mirror. And I'm like, how have I never seen this before? It's like as long as you work the mirror, it's the perfect setup. It's weird that this is like.
Well, then again, I guess it does pay off the POV then, right? Yeah.
And then we get the weird shit of her feeling it. I'm just like.
It's messed up when he turns to Blackula. They make his hair nappy.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? Shit.
Just wait till you see what happens to the other vampires. Oh shit, you can see the makeup on his face.
Yeah, look at the. Ah. Party just got to keep going.
Yep.
See, all this exposition just to pad the movie out.
Not that long, because Blackula, for some reason, doesn't finish her off upstairs.
Ah. Oh,
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
Why was he not the ghoul? Oh,
Yep. I
actually looks a little better than the first one,
It
though.
looks a little bit better than the first one, but they're doing something weird with it, like rotoscoping it. And I was like, because there's like a weird translucent thing. But I think this is where we get the Welcome to LA sequence.
Right. Don't get a taste of the nightlife.
Yep. Yep.
Nice see-through
Yep. Look at
waves.
the shit.
Yeah. You.
Has anything done a really good vampire bat transformation?
I don't think so. Because they always just kind of either they run off camera and you see it in shadow, or
Yeah.
it's just something like that, or it just morphs into a bat, or like the monsters used to do the puff of smoke.
Okay, so this scene would have made perfect sense in the first movie.
Oh yeah,
He's never heard of working girls before.
she looks like somebody's mom. And he doesn't take her, just like.
No, because he doesn't know what she's fucking talking about. Like,
But he's still got bloodlust.
well, no, because he's just doing his night out on the town now. He's already eaten for the night.
Okay, dude with the shades
Mm-hmm.
appeared in every blaxploitation film in the 70s. Whoa. See, I always got the scene mixed up with the first movie. I like that line. Antisocial.
But also, this doesn't take place in LA. Like, they never explain where it takes place, and the credits credit the cop as sheriff, even though they call him lieutenant on screen. But it's like, for some reason, they didn't want to do a direct LA sequel, but automatic turn to vampire.
Oh.
Yep. We've got action set pieces.
That's not gonna work.
That doesn't work.
Oh,
Yep.
Damn.
Blood on the wall to show you it's serious. And it'd be better if the door gave way. Yep.
Right, if he just cracked the door.
Yep. That would have been
Of
better, but no.
course, that's somebody's business. Production wasn't going to pay for another door. Somebody's shop.
Okay. Here we
Hey,
go.
What's his name?
Oh shit. What was his name on Hill Street?
Damn it.
Oh God.
Hold up.
Phil?
Esther House.
Yep.
He was Mike Stivick's uncle on All in the Family. He was good.
He still had the the cadence down,
Yeah.
and it's like he knew it worked, and it just does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, this is where they talk to her about the voodoo. It's going to come up again in a little bit, but
Well, if it's voodoo in this, they could have just went all the way and said, well, fuck it, vampires exist too. You know what I mean?
Hold on. It's not gonna. I bet we're gonna get there in 15 minutes. It doesn't take very long.
Uh-uh.
But we never really see how much voodoo work they know voodoo works. Like we never really see.
Mm.
Yeah, so now they're looking for Big Willis, but we never see Pam Grier do a regular amount of voodoo. We only are going to see her do something special.
Right.
So it's never clear how real it is to, especially to the boyfriend whose name I can't remember because.
Justin.
Oh, Justin.
He's Justin. Substitute Thalmus.
Mm-hmm. So Justin's going to be a cop again. That's how that works. Oh, the motorcycle helmets too.
Yeah, they're back.
They're back. But get ready. There will be a black motorcycle cop at some point. Maybe even two or one. One might be a chef. Okay, so we get the coffin shot because it's a vampire movie, and then it's daylight.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, is this a transition?
Yep. It is a transition to Pam Grier having brunch with. Is that Justin? Yes. Okay. So yes, this is going to be their next voodoo conversation, where they talk about how he's not into voodoo, but she is. At this point is where Thalmus really could have taken over.
Yeah. He has a little more charisma than this guy.
Yeah. It's like this is a starring role, and they just didn't
No.
bet right, I guess.
Nah, this should have been somebody else. I wanted to say Fred Williamson, but he'd have been too big, maybe, for
Yeah.
this. He was
What's
doing Black Caesar at this point.
who's Enter the Dragon guy?
Jim Kelly,
Jim Kelly. Maybe Jim Kelly in a straight,
but no, you couldn't have him not do like
right?
martial arts.
Okay, so here's our next day for night shot. Going to the mansion. The girlfriend's looking for him. So this is the next night after the party. She waited all day to go see him, which is possibly not a great idea.
Didn't even bother calling on the phone. Could have just called over and over.
I don't know. I don't know if Big Willis is going to give his girlfriend the number at the place where he's house sitting if he doesn't have to.
Uh-huh. That's true. Big Willis is a jackass. He's that type of jackass. Hey, I call you baby.
But yeah, I mean, it's like it's a horror movie, right? Like I don't get what the problem was. Like, though it was a horror movie in 1973, it's not like people started liking horror movies for another 20 critics liking horror movies would take until 1997 or whatever. Like, all
I
right.
think what it is that it's just there's nothing deeper to it. You know, it's kind of basic for a horror movie.
Yeah,
You know, you had different shit going on in the first one. This was just
but you've got Big Willis. Like,
yeah, you got Big Willis, but there's not much else to him, you know. And I kind of wonder why he just kept him around anyways.
well, because right, because we haven't established that he's building the army yet. It just looks like he's got Big Willis. Like, where's everybody else? We haven't established that they're even still alive, much less transformed.
Well, army or not, Big Willis the first one going down.
I can't remember. But we are going to get that. We are going to get an army of vampire fight. Like,
All right, this is a big cops versus vampires.
mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He deserved a fucking Oscar. Like, Jesus, he's such a fucking
Richard
good
Lawson.
weasel. Oh,
Like I almost would rather Richard Lawson play Justin
oh, yeah.
if he wasn't so good as Big Willis.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. And now she's laughing at his fucking.
uh, shit just got real.
Yep.
And the other two are just gone.
Exactly. We don't know yet. I love her Luke Skywalker from Hoth
Empire.
outfit there. Yeah. No, not Cloud City. Her
Right, the
Cloud
flight
City
suit.
jumpsuit. Yeah, her Rebel Alliance jumpsuit there.
It's too big.
So we had a grave scene in the first. Oh shit, that's this scene. Okay, hold on. This is fucking awesome too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, so we're 54 minutes in. We've only got 40 minutes left or something. We
Mm.
really don't have any, like, Pam Grier is not
Yeah,
the
she's totally
protagonist. It's very
special
weird.
guest star Pam Grier in
Yeah.
this movie.
It's like she's got a bunch of screen time, but she's not the lead of this movie. It's
No,
very weird.
it isn't the point where her face on a poster got you to go.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if she was coming up and so they beefed up the role a little, but
Yeah, I think this had to have been because I'm pretty sure Coffee was her first big one. Because I know that came before Foxy Brown.
and vampire coming out of the coffin. And that's the other thing that we're not going to establish is how weird she thinks it is because we don't know how much voodoo we don't know what voodoo rules are in
Mm-hmm.
Scream Blacula Scream.
That's really good. The lightning.
Yep.
Ain't no Gloria here.
Fucking 1973 ASMR. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's nothing. I mean,
Oh
there's the
man.
little bit of weirdness that they clearly put makeup on her side boob there. Like,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of weirdness with that. Like,
This is what you get buried in.
yeah, it's like a revealing kimono. Like,
There's kids coming to this wake, damn it.
right? Like, and
Yeah.
yep, dragging it out. Like,
William Marshall is back.
man, they could have done. You could have done a TV movie series with tragic Mama Walde solving crimes in slightly exotic locations.
The 70s version of Angel.
Mhm.
I mean, shit. Shaft had a TV show.
Mhm.
So it's like,
That's what I'm thinking. They just do it with, they could have done it. I don't know though. Shit. Blacula season 1. Shit. Never
Yeah.
mind.
That would be the only season. It would have had a run shorter than Spider-Man. Uh-huh.
Okay, so he's got no control over his vampire activities.
So he says.
So he says,
The thirst.
yes, the thirst is too much. Yep. So,
Oh, here we go.
yep. The great power of her voodoo.
Yeah, this was very early for Pam Grier because she was never this.
Right.
This frightened chick.
Yeah, and she's going for it.
Meanwhile, back at
Okay.
Casa de Blacula,
Yep.
the House of Blacula.
That would be the third one.
Right. Actually, that would have worked. Blacula's Army of the Night.
Wait a second. Where's. Yeah, there's Richard Lawson.
Uh-huh.
There's Kimono. Where's his girlfriend? Kimono's not his girlfriend.
Uh-uh.
No.
It's like the scene in New Jack City. Everybody's at the table. Ah,
He doesn't like his vampire army. They're terrible.
I despise weakness. Oh, there we go.
But she didn't show up to the meeting.
And Big Willis changed clothes and wears a
Yep.
cape
Oh,
now.
yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, he does.
The hat and the shades
Yeah,
inside.
it's so best supporting actor 1973.
Big Willis should have got his own spinoff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can you imagine? Oh. Okay,
So he
this is
calls
the
him
first time
Blacula.
they've said Blackula. It's not clear why he calls him that.
So did he get his own cape or take one of his? It
It's unclear.
looks like one of his.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
It's all saggy on him. It's like too big for him.
A little Dick Jones scene here.
Yeah. Lisa? Oh shit. Right. Shut your ass up. You're stepping your boundaries, baby. Uh-oh. Wow. She didn't change at all.
Nope.
For being turned.
Okay, so there. Finally, he
Yeah.
can turn on the
So bitch,
mind control.
you know, shut your ass up, bitch. Big Willis is like, how you do that?
So this is the master plan,
Yeah.
which is Mama Walde has come up with, and has the film is just not shared with us yet. But for some reason, Pam Grier is going to come over. Okay, here we go. Bunch of motorcycle cops.
Hey,
Who's that in the background?
it's Bruno.
It's Bruno from Swamp Thing. And of
Oh,
course,
he even got
Darkman.
hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he's
because
not
I
playing
was
a
wrong.
hmm.
I said it'd be 15 minutes before they decided vampires are real. It's about 22.
Mm. He's also not playing a henchman in
Nope.
this.
Nope. He's just Lab Tech 1.
Oh. Damn it. Wasn't that our librarian at the high school?
I can't. So occult is right next to graphics.
You see 2 or 3 copies of the same damn book.
So was he reading Dracula?
Well, he would have to, because it always goes back to
Yep. Here we go.
Okay, what's that a map of back there? This is wah wah wah.
I think that's the apartment set. I think that's a room on the apartment set.
Probably is. They built that in one of the houses.
Yep.
That's in the basement somewhere.
Okay. I'm going to make a bold statement. You know who should have been Justin?
Mm.
Richard Pryor.
Really?
Yep. He did Hit in 73. It was a straight dramatic part.
Or shit. Uh Bernie Casey was mid-level.
Yeah. Okay, so we missed this. The pictures are doing the same thing as they did in the first movie.
Oh,
You
they're not
can't take a
catching his.
picture of a
Yeah.
vampire. I just want a sitcom with the two of them.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even matter then if Don Mitchell's good. It just
It really should have just been a cop show with these guys.
yep.
But homie sucks though.
Yeah.
You'd have to recast him.
That's what I was saying. Okay, So he's got the red satin cape now, which was, I think, the one that Big Willis was wearing before. So he must have taken that cape back,
Well,
or
because you could
he
see
had to.
the design on the tips there.
Hmm. So this is similar to the scene in the first one where he talks about vampires to his unknown adversary.
Yeah. Trying to think of who else.
Because I feel like Richard Pryor would bring just enough humor to it. Just enough. Like if he
It'd
did
be
it
too
straight.
funny.
No, if he held it in. Just a little bit of
They
fun.
would have been good, yeah, if
Yeah.
he'd have
But I don't
played
know
it
who would have
straight.
been perfect. Because I mean,
But at this point, Richard was he was the sidekick.
yeah. But
He
this
was
could have
in
been a breakout. This could have been a
yeah,
breakout.
that's true.
I don't
He
think
was
he was
doing
making movies at American International though, was he?
he did the Mac at this
Okay.
point, but I don't think that was AIP. I don't know. He was doing other shit too, though.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Right. Pull up. I'll say when. Maybe Glenn Turman, but he would have
Mm.
been too
Ooh.
young looking.
Yeah. William Marshall never got to do anything quite like this in the first one. Like
No.
he gets to be a fucking big time movie villain in this one.
Yeah, he's definitely a villain. He's a threat. It's not a curse anymore. He's living with it.
Right. Even though theoretically this is only his second experience since being changed.
Mm-hmm.
How did they not make a third one? How did you not want to see William Marshall do this again? I don't get
True.
it.
The money. If this flop,
Uh,
they just said fuck
uh,
it. You
uh,
know.
uh. It's not like they were thinking about people discovering it on cable. So that's a
No.
good point.
Right. It was the money. That's why you
Very
had.
few things got three, of course, back in
That's
the
why you had
70s.
Blackenstein and fucking. They tried to do something else.
Okay, so this is
Like
that mansion.
Blackenstein and Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde.
Right.
I don't think they did a black werewolf though. That would have been kind of cool. Black Wolf Man.
Okay, so he just revealed all to Pam Grier, and we cut that scene. So
Yeah, they're on a schedule.
she's got to help him.
It's kind of weird to see Pam Grier play this. Because she's so not this in all the rest of her movies.
So his plan,
Oh, wow.
yeah, his plan is for her to exorcise him with voodoo, which is somehow going to send him either
Back to
back
Africa.
through time to Africa or just to Africa, where he is sure that his people are still there and that they will understand him being an ex vampire from the past living in the future. Don't kiss. That's not what this is about. We aren't being kissy. Just, I'm just helping you get exercised. I like how she just happened to have this voodoo doll with the perfect cape.
The cape, yeah, and everything.
Okay, so I think this is where we get cops being shitty and it kicking off the third act.
Flip, 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 flip.
That's so weird that they were like, people just love those shots. Like, people just love
Yeah.
the.
Oh, yeah, there's a black motorcycle cop.
Yep.
Huh. Listen, bucko. Oh, really? Wow, wow, wow.
Just think if he was good at whining, how funny this would be if he were good at whining.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Get out of the way of camera.
Okay, so he sent the shitty motorcycle cops to pick up Pam Grier for her protection. And they were dipshits and it all went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We could have averted everything if he hadn't sent them or if they hadn't been dipshits. Life was so easy before cell phones. You just had people talk on the phone. All right, so we're going to be a pretty continuous run from now until the end of the movie as
Here's
she
the thing,
starts
though.
the ritual.
He wants to be, exercised of the vampirism and sent back home and everything, but he leaves behind this army of vampires he
Yeah.
created.
Yeah, he just doesn't give a shit. Like he's just yeah, he's like the problem is he's a narcissist. It's fucking hilarious. Like
Yeah. But in the first movie, they really established how righteous he was.
Yeah, the
With
first
the
it's well, they didn't repeat the cut scene where Dracula was such a piece of shit to him. He just
right.
cursed him in this one, like generally, not very specifically as a punishment for asking Dracula for help. Okay, shitty day for Night Shot. I was really hoping the finale would have real.
Dude, is that the Victor Maitland residence?
It might be. It looks familiar. Look at the fucking squirrel running around. I was like, is that going to be part of the movie? No, it's not. We've got all these cop cars creeping up.
Oh God, those look like county sheriff cars from like down south somewhere.
That's why he's credited as a sheriff. And then we have this Night of the Living Dead scene here. Like,
Oh, there's another brother.
Harley, I made everybody a steak.
He's like, really? We have guns. Oh shit.
Oh, so damn good. Just so damn good. Oh,
Oh, here they come.
mm-hmm.
Now, Willis does look kind of like a werewolf mid transformation.
Yeah, we never got to see the army that much in the first one, but the makeup is basically the same. Like they did not get
Yeah,
a higher budget for their makeup.
just toothy and more eyebrows.
But yeah, I mean, like,
Fucking Ebert has no idea what the hell he was talking about.
see, I told you.
Because here it's supposed to be dark, but it's lit a certain
Mm-hmm.
way.
Yeah, like
And because it's supposed to be like that sort of campy.
yeah, it's just like I don't get how he didn't get it. Like I don't get how this didn't have a better reputation. It just doesn't make any sense.
Because people were so attached to the first one. I think this
Yeah.
is another case of Fright Night and Fright Night 2, where this was the more rare of the two. Because growing up, I seldom remember seeing this one, but I do remember the first one a lot. They played the first one a lot. This one's only recently been played a little more, thanks to TV One and Bounce and shit, and because of Pam Grier. This might have been one of her forgotten movies.
But I mean, get to this whole sequence with the drums, like it's
Yeah.
we do of course have the problem with the ritual where we don't know what is supposed to be happening. Like
No.
something's happening, but we don't know what.
Bad ADR. You're holding it the wrong way, bro. Oh.
But I mean, this is a really big sequence. Like, there's a lot of fucking characters going. There's a lot of
Oh, it's the finale of Return of the Jedi.
just at scale. Like, yeah.
They've ripped it off from this. Blackula and Pam are in the throne room, and cops versus vampires is Ewoks versus Empire.
Kind of is.
Oh, he was already a vampire hunter secretly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He even knows to cut the head off. Mm.
I do think some of the ritual was just to sweaty Pam Grier in close ups.
Oh yeah, look at that. Mm.
But again, what the hell is going on with the ritual? Like,
Yeah, he's not exactly going anywhere. No.
yeah,
Oh,
it would have been hard to figure out a third one, I guess, in some ways.
eh. You can go anywhere with it since they don't give a shit about continuity. Oh, wait, not Willis.
Yep.
I know he ain't get Big Willis. Brothers in the movie theater. Are those the same pants that went with the suit? What an anticlimactic death for Big Willis. What the fuck?
Oh, that's another thing I haven't seen. The staking from behind is,
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure it's in something else, but
mm-hmm.
because I mean, a third one, would you have wanted to bring anybody from this one back?
Well, Pam Grier for sure wasn't gonna be in it.
Right. Is it that kind of, what kind of franchise is it going to be? Is it going to be a
Oh
franchise?
well, Mama Walde goes back to Africa.
Oh, shit. Blackula in Africa? Okay.
Yes, it goes back to his homeland, and then you recast Vanetta McGee, and he meets another reincarnation or something.
Okay.
Bring the shit full circle.
So,
Right? He looks scared enough. Shit, that ain't in the script, Mr. Marshall. He totally fainted. Like there was no way. Oh, okay. Here we go. Big stunt.
And
That was not
so,
William Marshall. Look
no,
at that.
no, that was not William Marshall.
That's not him there either. That's the
No, no.
oh shit. The stuntman had a full blowout. Oh, no, not.
I
Oh,
think,
the beast is on the surface now.
yeah, now we're getting all
This is
the,
feral Blackula.
yeah, all the violence of the last bit of the last movie, only it's all in a confined space. So we're really
Mm-hmm.
seeing it close up instead of long shots. Yeah.
Well, he didn't exactly kill him.
No.
He just beat him up real good.
What's the Terminator 2 line? I promise I won't kill anyone or whatever.
Right, I promise not to kill. I can never harm you. That was a good one. I need you.
He's too scary. He's too scary. He can't keep it together.
Thank God Pam Grier never made her career out of playing scared chicks like this. God. Oh, there we go. Yes. uh, see.
All right. So,
Yeah, there we go. The voodoo doll.
yep. But what does that mean? We don't, she can hurt him, but can she kill him with the voodoo doll?
Well, that's what does him in this, right?
No, wait. Just wait.
Oh yeah.
And once again, it's just going to be a long sequence. Like, just weird. Like, it's just one of those weird 70s
They just
movies.
said, look, we got to get rid of him some way.
Just no. I mean, that's the thing about this is like that Mummy movie where they set it up for a sequel and then they never made one or whatever, the creature one.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, here we go.
yeah, it just, yeah.
Scream Blacula Scream. Get it?
But why? Like, what was happening to him? Like, what
Dude,
was
that was the worst ending than Petey Wheatstraw. God damn it.
like? There's just nothing, none of
That
it.
Disco Godfather ending. What the fuck? God damn it.
Like, were they expecting another one like right away?
So that ending is why it never got a sequel. Everybody demanded their money back.
All you need is like the sun coming down on him or something. That's where I thought they were going with it, but no. It's just she's
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
stabbing him or something. And that's, yeah.
Well, she had control over him as long as she had the voodoo doll,
She
I guess.
had some kind of control over him. Like,
Maybe that's what the spell was. She was putting him on.
right? Who knows? Was she trying to help him? Really? Like, do we like? Yeah, it's
No, she was
just,
probably trying to get control or something. Ah, yeah.
yeah, it's just totally
What the hell? This shit.
1973, man. Fucking weird ass endings when you run out of money or something.
Well, the next one opens with him back in a casket being shipped back to Africa. So
With the
they
voodoo
totally
doll,
retconned the end of this one.
with the voodoo doll on the side,
Yeah,
maybe.
the voodoo doll's in another box somewhere. God damn you, AIP.
I mean, can't have everything, but it's got everything but that. So
That was some bullshit.
digging that shit.
That was some straight up bullshit.
Well,
That was whack. That sucked. Scream Blacula Scream.
I
And he
did not
screamed.
see anybody talking about an alternate ending, so maybe they did think they were getting another one right away. I don't know. So there
I'd really
you
like
go.
to get William Marshall's take on that if he was still alive, because that was one of those what the hell.
Well, I mean, it's also just one of those things where you're like, doesn't anybody talk about it? It's like,
Well, again, this one was the less seen between the two.
well, okay, but like, it's like, what is it? The second Planet of the Apes ends with the destruction of planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that seems like it should warrant more of a footnote. Like, not a lot of movies do that. Like, and though again, I don't know if the Hammer Dracula movies got to the point where they had silly endings.
Oh, the ones where you just leave them hanging like that.
Do they do that or something? I don't know. All right. So next week, we'll be starting season, whatever the next season number is. I think it's going to be season 5. And we will be doing, unless I can't think of what would come up before to supplant it, but we will be starting the Predator series. So that will be next
properly.
time. Yes.
We'll be properly doing
messing
Predator.
around. Predator it shall be.
You know, Arnold in the jungle with the guns and
the Arnold movie where he fights the alien that people all realize they kind of liked. Like, or Predator.
You know, the more you watch Predator, The more you like almost sympathize with the damn predator. When you think about it, these assholes coming to the jungle. He's just out there to hunt. He's really killing people. You know, there's people. The people he kills out there, right, are scumbags, anyways. Those like whoever the fuck it was, they went to go take out.
Yes, it is. It gets more complicated though than in the second one because he doesn't.
Well,
He
you
only
actually
kills
like
you
the
if you're
heroes of the
armed.
second one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but yeah, it is gonna be fun to talk about the Dutch and Carl Weathers not frenemy ship in the Predator.
Dylan.
as everybody greases their muscles, like
Oh shit.
I think we know what order we're going in. All right. Okay, so that is the only question. Does Predator include Alien Versus?
It's a franchise crossover.
It's a franchise crossover. So we have quite a while before we have to decide, or at least 2 movies, right?
I'm thinking, well, yeah, because
we'll have to check to see what the continuity says. So
with anything with those, I think we just leave out anything that has aliens in it.
Can't, because that's the end of Predator 2.
Yeah, but that's not. They don't actually play a role in it. That's more like an Easter egg than anything.
That is an Easter egg. That is one of the first Easter eggs.
Something cats like us pointed out even way back then. The people were like, "What the hell are y'all talking about?"
There's this comic book. It's from Dark Horse Comics. You can get it at, what was the name? Comic Relief. Really, it's true. The Alien versus Predator.
I always like Batman versus Predator better. The first one?
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I don't know. I like the first Aliens versus Predator one. The first one was all right, where they're fighting on the cattle planet. Anyway, so
Alien versus RoboCop at one point.
I never read it, but I think they did. I don't think they actually did Alien versus RoboCop. I think they did Alien versus Predator versus Terminator versus RoboCop. One of the ones they brought Terminator into, or Predator, or RoboCop into, sorry, they brought like somebody even extra into it.
Oh God.
I can't remember. They did a second Terminator versus RoboCop, I think at Dynamite, and I think it was god awful because the Dynamite had RoboCop for like a year and it was terrible. Boom.
No, I think that was the one. That was the one where they said RoboCop was really responsible for Skynet or some shit.
That's the first one.
Was that the first one?
That's the first. That's the Frank Miller, Walt Simonson one that has that shit in it.
There's one where he just ends up at the bottom of the sea or something. All stupid.
I think that's the first one. Is there a second one? Maybe I'm making up. I don't know. Anyway, so we won't be talking about that next week. We'll be talking about Predator. So well, we can talk about the comics too, because there were Predator. Predator was second. They did it. Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, because Aliens was already established.
Aliens was already established in Dark Horse, and then it was Predator, and then it was the crossover. Okay. On that note, Scream Blacula Scream. I don't care about the ending. That's a fucking good movie. So
it's a good movie. It's just that ending is just like
it's got a terrible ending. What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's the only hiccup in it. Otherwise, it's entertaining as hell.
And Don Mitchell kind of needed to go. Justin, anybody but him. All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Yes. Good evening, and we say goodbye to Blacula.